Welcome to the Banana Show. I believe this is a show many of us have been waiting for. The show that brings light to our relationship. What you need to know before entering your relationship, and what you need to know while you are in your relationship. If you're already in that pain, this show is there to correct every error. A stone you see will never blind you. Never assume to enter into a relationship. It is better not to add salt in that soup than adding excess salt in the soup. I remain your pastor, your counselor, your friend. Once again, you are welcome to the show, the Banana Show, the show that talks about your relationship. Let's share ideas. Tell a friend to tell a friend that he's on your voice of freedom. Today, I'll be talking about foundation. What is foundation? Foundation in our relationship is very important. Foundation in our relationship. When we understand the foundation in our relationship, then we understand the battles in our relationship. A lot of us are facing a whole lot of things because we are ignorant of what we are entering into. Even the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So when you enter into a relationship, you don't have a proper knowledge about, you will be a victim. And that is why this show is here, to help you make choices and to help you advance in your relationship. Many things, many topics will be treated. And as we treat this topic, and as we look into some issues, I believe you'll be coming out from that depression you call problem in a relationship. Now, today I'll be looking at foundation. What is foundation? Foundation simply means the origin of where the problem is coming from. The origin. The question is, my mother had 3 children with 3 men. My auntie, 3 children, 3 men. My mother's mother, 3 children, 2 men. Myself, 3 children, 3 men. Have you not asked that question? Why is it repeating? When an issue starts repeating itself, there's an error somewhere. My father is married to my mother, but it's not with my mother. Or let me put it this way, my father had even 3 children, and no woman is with him, because it's a vice versa thing. These are foundations. You know there's a problem somewhere. You look at something happened to your mom while she was in the relationship. It's happening to you. That is foundation. As a man, you just make babies. You don't take care of them. The same thing your father was doing. That's foundation. As a woman, they can't correct you. When you enter into a relationship, before you know you are breaking out, you enter the next one, the same thing. Foundation. Foundation is when the problem keep repeating. And this is what it will cause. It will cause you delay. It will cause you disappointment. Because there's something speaking somewhere against the relationship. That's foundational problem. It's either going to cause you delay or cause you disappointment. And sometimes it will limit you to growth. And how will it limit you? This is what happens. Some don't even have a good relationship at all. They don't start at all. Every person that comes to their way, they are not normal. Why some will start very good relationship, but as soon as it's getting sweeter, it cuts off. That cut, that line that is cut off, is the foundation that is cutting it. Some don't start at all. They just manage. They know what I'm going into. I'm going to manage it. Why some start it? Why they start? Along the line, it cut off. Foundation. How do I come out from it? That is the question. You need a good counselor. You need a counselor, and depending on the situation, because some of the situation is just, you need just word of knowledge, and you grow out of it. Why some is spiritual. So you need someone that is spiritual. to look into where it started from. I'm not talking about prophecies of gymnastics. Yes, because these days, I'm sorry to say, but most of the prophets, we are breaking homes rather than repairing homes. Yeah, we are breaking homes than repairing homes, giving false prophecy. I'm talking about the fear of God. So whenever you are passing such foundation, the first prayer, even before you meet a man of God, is God directs me to the right man of God who could see maybe certain things I can't see, not the one that will come and break my home or cause more harm than good. But if you are passing any of this, you can also inbox me. Let's talk about it also. If you have a pastor you can explain matters to, fine. But if you believe that you want to share what you're passing through, you can inbox me. We'll look at it from the spiritual aspect. They will look at it from the physical aspect. Some of them don't need actually much of a prayers. All you need is word of knowledge. And sometimes you need prayers to actually break the yoke that is speaking, the connection of whatever that is speaking. So foundation has to do from where you are coming from. From where you are coming from. Please, if you are watching this video, please share and like, and tell your friends to follow us online. On YouTube, we are Impact TV. Impact TV. The Impact is IMPART. Impact TV. And if you're on TikTok, you follow us on Unction to Function. Unction to Function. Then, if you are on Facebook, you follow us on Impact Ministries. Impact Ministries. The Impact is IMPART. Like, share, and subscribe. Now, what is foundation? Foundation is the problem, where the problem is starting from. Now, your partner could be having a foundational problem. You don't have it. So you must look at your partner's foundational problem from where the father or the mother is coming from. The man I want to marry, the father, does he stay with one woman? Or is he still with the mother? And look at his forefathers, look at his brother. From the trace, I'm not saying because you are going to marry and the mother didn't stay with the father, then you say, I will not marry the lady or I will not marry the guy. No. I'm talking about when it becomes a foundational trace. It happened to the father, it happened to the father's brother, it happens to the father's father. Then you know it's a trace. Then you need to pray to break that thing for him or break that thing for her. Join faith and pray. Then, before you can proceed. Otherwise, the man will break your heart or the woman will break your heart. Because there's a foundation that don't permit relationship. So you, on your side, you are okay. But on the side of the other person, it's not okay. There are a lot of ladies who say the men are bad. Maybe the men you are meeting, they have a foundational problem. There are a lot of guys who say women are bad. Maybe the ladies you are meeting, they have a foundational problem. If they have a foundational problem, their mother never stayed with their father, they will not stay with you. Their mother's mother never stayed with their father. It's not their fault. It's a foundation. There's an error somewhere that has to be corrected. And by the grace of God, tomorrow I will be online to pray. Join me and let's pray online. Let's pray online, which is 11:30. We'll be dealing with issues every Friday according to the topics. And I'll be giving directions. Inbox me if you are passing through anything and you believe that you need prayers. Inbox me. Let's talk about it and deal with that issue. Friday is our prayer section online. 11:30. Join me online. And as we are praying, you can inbox your problem and or issues, and I will be praying over it and giving you direction. And please, no one is asking you for money except you want to sow a seed. So don't let any person scam you and tell you that I am asking for a particular money for a particular project. No, except you on your own willingly, you want to sow a seed and be a blessing to the project God has placed in my hands. Now, as I proceed with the foundational problem I want to talk about, I want you to know these three things before I leave tonight. That if you are passing through any of these things, which is repeated problem, disappointment in your relationship, or not seeing good thing in your man because you're already married. And all of a sudden, nothing is, you are not seeing anything good in the man. You're not seeing anything good in the woman. Inbox me, let's talk about it. It might be a foundational problem. I'm not saying it must be, it might be a foundational problem. That means if it's a foundational problem, we are going to look at the root and uproot it from the root. And when we uproot it from the root, you will have to create a new foundation. Any foundation that is not strong, any building you are building on it will break. Most people are on wrong foundation. That is why the relationship is not working. That is why the marriage is not working. For those who are already married, that have this the structure of all their love, all their mind on this wrong foundation, we can look how it can be corrected. If it can be corrected, I will give you a guideline on how to go about it. But just know that foundational problem must be dealt with before you start any relationship. For those who have started, then we need to retrace and look into it again. But if you don't deal with foundational problem, you don't ask question, what killed your father will come for you. Foundational problem has to be dealt with. And that is the reason why it is the basis of any relationship you want to go into. I believe that you've understood what foundation is. If you don't really catch it, inbox me. Let's talk about it. Deal with the foundation. Look at the problem. The problem I'm passing through, did my parents go through it? My mother or my father, did they go through it? If they went through it, and your sister went through it, when I mean the sister of your mother or your brother, and your father's father went through it, or your mother's mother went through it, then you know there's a problem with foundation. So stop attacking the partner, deal with your own first. But if you've dealt with your territory and you know all is well, because you must remove the log in your eyes first before you move the log in another man's eyes. So when you finish removing the log in your eyes, then you can now look at the other man's problem. When you understand foundation, you understand that if the foundation is solid, even when there's a problem, because in every marriage there's problem, there's quarrel, misunderstanding, but when there is no much of spiritual attack and there is no much of external problems, you resolve it. But if there are external problems like lack of knowledge, spiritual attacks, then it will not work. Any small problem will be a very big problem. I believe that I've given you a few lights about foundation. And if you are passing through any of this, inbox me, let's talk about it. Next week we'll be talking on a different topic. And as we keep talking on few topics, your eyes will be opening. What you know will lead you through. What you don't know can destroy you. Till I'll come your way next week, again on Thursday 7 p.m. with a different topic. I remain your friend, your counselor, and your pastor. Have a wonderful weekend and God bless you. Bye-bye.